The White Dove by C.B. Colby. Many years ago, in an Alabama village, there lived a man and his wife who were supremely happy together. After years of wedded bliss, the wife became very ill, and nothing could be done to save her. Just before she died, she announced to all the family and servants that she would return to the garden in the form of a white dove, so that she could be with her husband, where they had known such true love and happiness. Moments later she passed away. No white dove appeared to make true the dying wife's promise, and the months and years passed by. Eventually, the widower fell in love with another woman, and decided to marry her and bring her to the big house to live. On the day that he carried his new bride between the white pillars and into the house, a white dove came fluttering into the garden, and perched upon a white snowball bush by the gate, where it uttered long, low moans, as though it were heartbroken. Every afternoon it returned to moan and sigh on the snowball bush. The servants were upset and frightened, for sure enough they thought the first wife's promise had been carried out at long last. Eventually, the second wife heard of the story, and she too became disturbed. Soon people came from the village and from neighboring plantations to stare over the garden wall at the dove on the snowball bush. The new wife became more nervous and ill-tempered, and the happy home began to crumble. The husband, frantic, decided upon drastic action, for, legend or no legend, he wanted to preserve his new life. The next afternoon, when the dove appeared, he seized his rifle and slipped from the house, stealthily working his way into the garden to where the dove sat moaning and sobbing on the snowball bush. He raised his rifle and fired! A woman's scream answered the blast of the gun, and the dove flew away, its breast reddened with blood. As soon as the bird was out of sight, the husband fell dead, and no one could determine the cause. His widow moved away. The great house soon fell into ruins, and the yards and garden became a mass of weeds. The master of the house was buried by the snowball bush, and they say his gravestone is still there, but there are no visitors. Well, that's not exactly true. There is one, for it is said that every spring, when the white blossoms of the snowball bush first open, the dove with the red splotched breast once more appears among them and moans pitifully, recalling the tragic past.